it's in business, absolutely. It's in everyday life. It's actually in the boardroom and the bedroom. So we're going to address these 5.5 mistakes today, and a lot more today. Whatever it is that you want to know, I'm happy to give you my thoughts, my experience, my humble opinion. But for those of you listening at home, realize that what you will hear today, you'll be able to apply to business because that's our context today. And you'll be able to see, oh, my son does that. Oh, my husband did that. Like you'll be able to see that it applies in the boardroom as much as it applies in the bedroom, at home. So I would say, first of all, the purpose of our brains are different.
Yes.
As men and women, we have, different shaped brains, different size brains, different levels of communication, centers and whatnot. But our purpose as women, for our brain, is to maintain relationship at all time.
Okay. And what does that mean?
Well, we don't like conflict. We try to avoid it. We don't like having problems. Men don't mind problems. They love solving them and to see how they can solve them. For us, we'd rather not have them at all to begin with. So it's interesting to see that in business, as women, it's a masculine paradigm. Business is a masculine paradigm simply because there's deadlines, there's, making things happen, there is causing, generating, anything that's go, do, that's sort of like testosterone driven. That's what I would define as a masculine paradigm. Feminine paradigm is more timelessness, things flow. And so with business being a masculine paradigm, we adapt. As women, we do.
And so we're good at adapting as well, women.
Say what?
We're good at adapting, women.
Yes, we're good almost to a fault because when we adapt, it's our biggest strength, I think, as women, that when we adapt so much that sometimes we lose ourselves. And I don't mean we lose ourselves in a job only, because we will, but sometimes we lose ourselves in a relationship. How many girlfriends have we had that once she breaks up from a relationship, she comes back to book club and she starts going back to the gym and she starts doing all those things that she had stopped doing because she adapted so much to that relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or a business relationship, that she had actually lost herself and forgotten all about herself. So to answer your question with regards to effectiveness of communication in business, is the business paradigm is a masculine paradigm, so we'll adapt to it. It's just that we try to avoid confrontation, or if we're very masculine, because we can certainly adapt to that paradigm and become very masculine, then men will, charge against us, so to speak, or do battle with us in a negotiation, possibly, just like they would with any man. So then it's almost jarring for us because we're strong, but we're not forceful.
Yes.
And the women who are, we don't like them. We don't like feeling that way. So there's a difference between, power versus force. And to be powerful in business is bringing femininity to the business paradigm. To be forceful in business is bringing masculinity to the business paradigm. Does that make sense?
It absolutely does, and it's becoming a common theme on the show. I'm interviewing a lot more experts like yourselves who are actually talking about that differentiation between that masculine energy and that feminine energy. So this is great.
Yeah, and it's also, in business, the difference is also what we trust. Because we, as women, will trust our feelings. I can guarantee you 100% of the times, any business transaction or relationship that didn't work out in my past, when I look at it, my intuition knew already, and I chose not to hear it. There was a voice inside that said, don't go into that contract, or I'm not sure this is going to be sustainable. And then, 3 months down the line or 7 years down the line, whenever that didn't work out, it's like, yeah, I kind of knew it. So there's that intuition inside of us that knew it. Sometimes we take action on this, sometimes we don't. And so for us, when we don't take action on it, it's when things don't turn out the way that, well, things always turn out because that's how it needed to go, but there was a lesson in the process. So for us, we trust our feelings. So a business transaction, a contract could be perfect on paper.